Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much. Now, Anthony Simons came in as a shy teenager. He said, people here have seen me grow up. Even those around me tell me, and you've come along.
He is, and his game, David, speaks volumes by itself. David, thank you. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Edwards. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Reed. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Dunn in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, we are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Now, here's Lillard. The tray. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Lillard's got the game going here with the first basket for the Trailblazers. Towns down low. He's guarded by you. Lillard outside. James outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to you. And an incredible double clutch dunk. Wow.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Jackson. The pass to Lillard. Takes the three. Reed with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
Knocks it loose. Towns with the steal. Edwards finds Reed. He gets that one.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Outside Jackson. Back to Lillard. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you. And you look at the loyalty Lillard has shown. Stuck with the Blazers through thick and thin. It's why he is beloved in Portland.
Now here's Towns. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Wiggins. Towns trying to get open. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Able to finish through contact there. Wiggins with the broad shoulders and excellent body control. Nicely done.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Here's you, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when you're big and knock you down from the line.
Timberwolves trail by 3. And at some point, Greg, you wonder if Lillard is the greatest Blazer of all time.
Listen, he is in the conversation. You'd have to include Walden Drexler up there. But Lillard's resume in Portland has a strong argument.
Inside, and the rejection by Towns.
Using all of his height to smother the shot completely. Emphatic block that time by Karl Anthony Towns.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Dunn. Portland making their last shot. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Simons. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Wiggins, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
These little nuances like the pump fake, developing aspects of Wiggins' expanding game.
Wow, wouldn't he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Now, here's Simons. And the three ball is good. Simons has got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Dunn kicks to Wiggins. Passes it to Edwards. Over Sharp. The rebound by Sharp. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Magic in Orlando.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Now, here's Trent. His last outing, he had 8 points. 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Towns. Second chance shot, and it's laid in by Edwards.
Boy, you like to see Edwards doing work on the glass, hitting the boards there, using his strength and athleticism to extend plays.
Now, here's Sharp. He's guarded closely. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Timberwolves trail by 5. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now Edwards. It's tipped.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Pass to Fall. Portland again missing. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment.
11. Fans, have a big round of applause for your Trailblazers.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Now, here's Reed. Towns trying to get open. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Reed. And for Minnesota, Towns is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Wiggins. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's done in at the point.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Here's Wiggins. Makes it off the glass. Wiggins has got 5 points so far.
Wiggins just staying with it, refusing to let the defense get the better of him there.
Back to Jackson. Portland moving the ball around. From 11 feet away, Reed with the block. Wiggins with some nice D. Minnesota shooting well, 50% from the floor. And the layup's good off the glass. Wiggins has got 4 points now in the quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Minnesota calls timeout. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Well, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit, getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what.
A completely new lineup for Minnesota. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. I need to talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
Trent's checked in for Portland. Now here's Lillard. 20 points for him last game against Orlando.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
Strong on that drive to get upstairs and throw it down.
Left side, Jackson. Hits the close-range jumper. Jackson's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. The Timberwolves have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Cloak loose. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. By himself, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. And I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of the timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Portland?
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
I also like the fact that they've been able to block quite a few shots so far. A testament to hard work and good positioning on the defensive end.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Ulrich. David?
Thanks very much. Now, the Blazers missed the playoffs last season for the first time in almost a decade. Coach Billups says, it's been a lot here so far, but I just know that I'm built for this. This is what I do, and it gives me the opportunity to stand up as a man to show that I can lead. I'm ready for it. Kevin?
I think he is. And he's embracing the challenge, which is fun to watch. David, thanks.
So good to see young players have a feel for creating for others, and Culver flashes potential as a real playmaker.
Trent finds James, shoots over McDaniel, and it's James missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And McLaughlin gets it to go.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Lillard, the pass to Trent. 1:09 left in the first half. Here's James. That shot, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Over in the corner. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And Lillard kicks to Trent. To the inside. Simons, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Jarrett Culver.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's McLaughlin, covered by Simons. McLaughlin, the pass to Vanderbilt. 6 on the shot clock. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Timberwolves split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a
Your score, your Trailblazers.
Here with Andrew Wiggins. Andrew, for you personally, a great first half. You really got to the rim a lot of times. What are you seeing out there?
Just a mindset to attack them early, you know.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studio. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did lead by as many as 7 points in the first period. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. What did you... And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
My brother. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
And for the Timberwolves, Nas Reed out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Chris Dunn. Then it's Wiggins. And it's Edwards in at the 2. Here's Towns. It's deflected. Portland leading by 3. No one near James as he lets it go. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
And it's blocked. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. It's stolen by Edwards. Wiggins surveying the floor. There's the pass to Reed. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Reed's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Outside, Towns. Taken away. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Count the basket. Lillard's got 8 points.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
And the Timberwolves call time.
It's dance time in Portland. Here are your Blazer dancers.
And it's Wiggins with the ball for the Timberwolves. They trail by 6.
That was your Blazers youth dance team.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Dunn outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Oh, that's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Wiggins with it. Lillard picks him up.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. They climb back. They've got to put forth more effort.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James for the Trailblazers. Trent comes in for James. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons. Here's you. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
This is the Jackson. Goes back up. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Good hustle right there. I love that effort. Just a little late in the act.
Sharps checked in for Jackson. Timberwolves trail by 9. Dunn outside. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
Over to the left wing. Here's Reed. Towns trying to get open. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 4 this quarter.
And with the size Dunn possesses, it allows him to see the floor really well. So good at setting his guys up for quality shots.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Dunn dishes to Edwards. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Portland leading by 7. Simons kicks to Trent. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. They get a hand on it, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Call is jump ball.
Portland with the ball. Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to Reed. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
Well, I've liked the defensive persistence, hounding the opposition and forcing mistakes. As a result, coming up with steals, too.
And Portland making a change here. Chandler's checked in. Now, here's Dunn. 46 seconds left in the third. Clock at 6. Here's Towns. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Dunn passes to Reed. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And stolen by Lillard. Tipped away. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. And then Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
Tell you what, the length of Dunn really creates problems for the opposition. He's so good at getting his hands in the passing lane and coming up with steals.
And so it's Portland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. You've got Yusuf Nurkic, Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Fall into the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And it goes down 2 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
He's doing everything he can to put this game to bed, and great score there to help his team.
That's a 2 from Lillard. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Offensive rebound. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Towns. Lillard, the pass to Fall. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Fall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Here's Towns. Fall with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Back by Lillard. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Now the lineup for your Trailblazers.
Wiggins against James. Towns trying to get open. Snatched up. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Here's Lillard. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. James outside. Back to Lillard. To the wing on the left. Fall passes to Jackson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
Here's Reed. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Here's Fall. Guarded by Reed. Shot clock at 6. James, the pass to Fall. Nifty move. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. We're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
You know, honestly, I'm a bit in shock. I mean, he couldn't miss. Let's look at this stat line. You got to really see it to believe it. Complete confidence and all-out effort from him. And, you know, he made sure this was his night in spades.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win. And it's a win they needed coming off a loss in their last one. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He got on them. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Dunn, the feed to Towns. Here's Jackson, up again, and the second chance effort by Jackson. And the Trailblazers lead by 18.
The ball, I love it. He never stopped working.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Culver dishes to McDaniels. Lays it up off the glass.
And you know he's finishing when he gets that close. Count it.
And Portland with the ball.
2 minutes.
They're on a 14-6 run.
2 minutes.
Back to Lillard.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Players Park, as we know, are changing teams more than ever before. Some don't like it. Some do. But free agency is something historically that was fought for by the Players Club.
And again, you've heard me say it before, Kevin. Empowerment of the players I'm in favor of. And freedom of movement is part of that empowerment. And sure, it can cut both ways to where some fans and league executives may be a little bit frustrated by it. But I tell you what, it's good in my mind for the players.
And Portland making a change here. Chandler hits them both. 1:15 left in the game.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Trailblazers.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
That's tipped. James kicks to Chandler. No one near him. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And the Trailblazers lead by 20. Here's Vanderbilt. And the rejection by James. McLaughlin, no good.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big mark. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
Drive home safely.
See you later.
And we hope to see you again at the next event.